Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from the Hydration Cell Factory in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we set up this factory behind me to not only produce hydration cells, but to also make cans of Weedex so that we can keep that hungry ass crop metron filled with the items that it needs to help us crossbreed crops. And in this episode, my friends, we are going to start the process of crossbreeding with the intention of eventually making feru plants. And those feru plants are going to make iron for us that we are going to use to make the ReNStar. So sit back and relax, cyber diggity dogs. Let's feed the beast that is our mind. Now, in the previous episode, there was a problem with this extractor not functioning correctly, and you really smart cyberdogs pointed out that what was happening was this lever that was sat on this block over here was turning off this LV transformer and thus actually turning off the extractor. So whenever I turned on this engine using that lever, I was turning off the extractor. So what I've done is I've added a block above this engine to separate it from the LV transformer, and now the extractor is working 100% like it should, and that is freaking sweet. So we can actually start the full-on production of hydration cells. We've made quite a few hydration cells already, but I think what I want to do is just make a few more while we're working on crossbreeding crops. Today, guys, we are going to be starting the process of crossbreeding crops, and no, let's turn this engine off. Don't take my empty cells, you butthole. We are going to be starting the process of crossbreeding crops, and it is quite a long process to get to where we want to get to. We just made cans for some reason. That was dumb. But let's just get some more redstone and some more grin powder in here, and this can start making Weedex for us. So this auto crafting table can start making Weedex, and we've got 39 water cells in the extractor, so let's add another, I don't know, let's add another 30... Yeah, let's add another 30 empty cells into the liquid transposer to make for ourselves some more hydration cells. And this extractor is running really slowly, and some of you guys recommended maybe using overclocker upgrades to get this bad boy firing faster, and I think maybe that's a good idea. It looks like this transposer is going to fill up the extractor quicker than the extractor can create hydration cells. So I think we're probably going to have to upgrade this extractor at some point. But I think we'll just leave the factory to run right now, guys. We have got quite a lot of hydration cells, Weedex, and fertilizer already in the barrels here in the bio-research facility. As we can see, we've got like 54 hydration cells, 62 Weedex cans, and a butt ton of fertilizer, and that's going to make our crop metron really happy. And maybe we should just put this jazz into the crop metron now. So 3 hydration cells, 3 cans of Weedex, and 3 stacks of fertilizer into the butthole of the crop metron. Eat all of this, crop metron. Where did the fertilizer go? Hello? That was weird. Oh, I was holding shift. There we go. 4 stacks of fertilizer into the crop metron and 4 cans of Weedex into the crop metron. So now this puppy is running at full blast, and we can start crossbreeding crops. Now, these green things that you see on this research pod over here, guys, these are not actually crops. These are weeds, and weeds are really bad for the crossbreeding process. So we're going to just kill all the weeds that are in the research pods over here before we start crossbreeding, because the weeds are just going to basically destroy any chance of us crossbreeding anything, and that's why we're using the crop metron to help us keep this place fertilized. And what we're going to be doing today, guys, is crossbreeding wheat with wheat. Now, that is the very first step in the crossbreeding process to eventually get to feru seeds. And the way that we need to do this is, well, firstly, we need to get ourselves some wheat seeds. And I think we've got a chest full of seeds in the storage warehouse over here, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, we definitely should have a stack over here. There we go. So we're going to take these wheat seeds and we're going to plant them in a configuration that is going to encourage crossbreeding. And I'll show you exactly what I mean now, guys. Let's start in this research pod over here. So I'm going to plant the wheat at the 4 corners of the research pod, like this. So I'm going to put my crop sticks down first, which we've already done. And then we're going to take crop sticks, and we are basically going to cross these crop sticks over here in between the wheat seeds like this. And basically what this is doing, it's telling this wheat seed, or this wheat, to crossbreed with this wheat and the new crossbreed plant to grow in this space over here. Now, the thing that grows over here could be any number of things, but what we're hoping that it is reeds. And once reeds grow in this location, we will be able to pick up the bag of seeds from this reed plant, and then we will have to analyze that bag of seeds to be able to plant it again. And what we want to do, of course, is get to numerous seeds of reeds so that we can plant the reeds instead of the wheat. Now, the reason that we need to do all of this is because I mentioned in the first episode of this project, what we are basically doing is crossbreeding wheat with wheat, which is going to make reeds. We are then going to crossbreed reeds with reeds to make stick reeds. We're then going to crossbreed stick reeds with stick reeds to create nether wart seeds or terra wart seeds. And then we're going to crossbreed those wart seeds together to make fairy seeds. So we're still quite a long way away from fairy seeds, but we are starting at the very, very beginning, starting with wheat. So once this wheat reaches maturity, there will be a chance that it crossbreeds reed over here. And when that reed reaches maturity, we will be able to pick it up and then use a machine called a Cropnalyzer to figure out exactly what seed that is. And you know, it has to be reed seed, obviously. And then we will be able to plant those reed seeds to crossbreed into stick reeds. And then we can start that whole process of crossbreeding to get all the way up to fairy seeds. Damn, son, it sounds like a complicated process, but it's actually just a matter of going step by step, right? It's just knowing what crops need to crossbreed with what crops to be able to produce the crop that you're making. And of course, it helps having this crop metron, because if we didn't have the crop metron, we would have to be doing all of this ourselves. We would have to be manually applying Weedex to each of the different plants in the research pods, manually hydrating them, manually fertilizing them. So the crop metron actually does a lot of work for us. I will say at this point, however, guys, that a lot of you cyberdogs have pointed out in the comment sections of this project so far that Weedex is pretty bad for a plant's genetics. Basically, it actually weakens the plant if you use too much Weedex. So once we get up to fairy seeds, we're probably going to stop using Weedex and do it manually so that we can get the best possible fairy seeds that we can. But for now, we're literally just trying to get to a point where we have reed seeds. That is our first goal is reed. And these bad boys are just going to grow away. You can already see that they're starting to sprout. They will reach maturity pretty soon, I think. The crop metron is fertilizing them, hydrating them, and weedexing them. And I think that promotes growth quite quickly. So we're just going to leave these in the bioresearch facility to grow. And what we're going to do now, guys, is just make quickly our Cropnalyzer, which is the machine that we're going to need to analyze the seeds that are going to come from our crossbreeding project. So let's have a look at the recipe for a Cropnalyzer. Really, really simple, as you can see, and I've got everything that we need in my inventory right here. So let's just quickly put this Cropnalyzer together. Now, a Cropnalyzer requires a power source, right? And on the forums, it recommends using RE batteries, but you know what? I'm not gonna use RE batteries, man. I'm gonna use a freaking crystal battery. This thing, the energy crystal, man. You know, let's not mess around with freaking RE batteries. I want to make a huge ass battery. So I've got a ruby over here, and I've got some just this last bit of redstone. We're going to make this energy crystal, and that is going to power our Cropnalyzer. If we have a look at what the Cropnalyzer looks like, you can see that what we're going to do is put our seed in this slot over here, put our energy crystal in this slot over here, and then it's going to use some power from the crystal to analyze the bag of seeds that we have and to tell us how genetically strong those seeds are that we have just crossbreeded. So I'm going to fill up this energy crystal with some power, and while we're doing that, let's head back to the bioresearch facility and have a look at the progress of our croppage. And everything is looking pretty sweet, I must say. We're still in sprout mode though, and I think it's probably going to take quite a while for us to get to full maturity. These are sprouting. They're all sprouting, which tells me that our light source is good. Our crop metron is working correctly, and I think this bioresearch facility is going to work really well. I mean, you know, if it wasn't set up correctly, then these wheat plants wouldn't grow at all. At this point, guys, I do want to say that there is one more step that we need to do, actually. and this is actually a little bit further down the line, but we might as well do it now while we wait for that wheat to grow. When we eventually plant Feru seeds, or when we eventually start to crossbreed Feru seeds rather, we need to make sure that there is iron ore blocks below the dirt on which the plants are growing. So the crossbreeding needs to take place on top of iron ore blocks. And I mean, all we have to do is we just have to put iron blocks underneath that dirt in the Cyber Labs maintenance level. However, I don't think we have any iron ore blocks around here. Because they are all getting macerated, right? Yeah, oh, here we go. Okay, so we've got some iron ore over here, right? So I'm just going to take out 11 iron ore, and this isn't enough blocks to do all of the research pods, but I just want to show you guys what I mean. So when we start working on Feru plants, we need to make sure that there are iron ore blocks underneath those Feru plants, and that is what encourages them to become Feru plants and to make iron for us. So this is the configuration that we have to install on all of the research pods for when we eventually get to Feru plants and to crossbreeding Feru plants. Okay, sweet. So our wheat is growing really, really nicely. Guys, I think what I'm going to do is just kaplam this bad boy, have a cup of tea, and when these suckers reach maturity, hopefully there will be some crossbreeding going on between them, and we can then use the Cropnalyzer. I can show you how that works, and that's going to take us one step closer to Feru plants. Guys, I will see you on the other side of this kaplam. Alright, Cyberdogs, we are back, and I am so excited because we have got some crossbreeding going on already. You can already see that there are different plants now growing in between these two wheat plants over here. So basically the plants don't actually need to reach maturity for crossbreeding to even begin. So that is awesome. As we can see, there is crossbreeding going on in basically all of the research pods. This looks like it's just wheat again, so that's not going to help. We're basically looking for different plants to be crossbreeding between the two of them, but we don't actually know if that's wheat or not until it grows a little bit more. But this looks like wheat again. This, however, is something completely different, and I don't know what that is, man. It could be melons or pumpkins, maybe. I don't know, but this is basically how the process works, guys. Really, really simple, right? With two of the same plants, or with two different plants, you can create a new plant in between them, and that's exactly the process that we're going for over here. This looks like wheat again. This looks like wheat again. So I guess what we're probably going to have to do is just when these plants reach maturity, just break them, and then maybe they will crossbreed again. Is that how it works? I mean, I think these are wheat, right? Or maybe not, actually. I don't actually know. I think what we're probably going to do is do an experiment. So on this block over here, in fact, this research pod is going to be the experiment pod, right? So I'm going to break these things that are growing over here. And you see, we've just got a bag of unknown seeds, right? And I'm going to break these two. Those weren't mature enough to give us seeds, I think. But we now have a bag of unknown seeds, which means we can use our crop metron. But what I want to do is see if a new strain of plant will grow in this spot over here, or do we need to replant these wheat over here to start the process again? Let's let that sit there and wait, and let's go pick up our energy crystal and use our Cropnalyzer now that we've got this bag of seeds. And here is our energy crystal ready to rumble, and let's get into our Cropnalyzer like this. And we need to install the energy crystal, so let's get that in our inventory. We'll put the energy crystal in there. The Cropnalyzer is now powered up and ready to rumble. Let's put the unknown seeds over here, and then the Cropnalyzer tells us that it's wheat. We can then put it into the Cropnalyzer again, tells us that it's tier 1 and discovered by Notch, and I think we can put it in a third time, actually. And it's going to tell us the color and what it is, and a fourth time? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this tells you how strong these seeds are, right? So we can see that it has a growth rate of 2, a gain rate of 1, and a resistance of 0. So these seeds actually suck ass, and I think that's probably because of the weed eggs that we are using in the crop metron. But that's fine. We've got our first bag of seeds, and yes, it was indeed wheat. So crossbreeding wheat with wheat can potentially make more wheat. which is fine. All we got to do is, you know, break it and hopefully it'll grow again. But we'll see if this spot over here does more crossbreeding. Oh, of course, we have to add the sticks again. Okay, that makes sense. So when you break the new crossbreeded crop, all you have to do is re-add the crossbreeding crop sticks, and then I think that's going to start the crossbreeding process again in that location. So that should work very, very nicely the way that we wanted to, I think. So let's try break this crop over here to see if is this going to give us a bag of seeds? Yes, it did. It gave us a bag of seeds somewhere. Bag of seeds. Where did those seeds go? Oh goodness. Did they go into the water there in the middle? Oh, here's a different plant over here. Check it out. Like an orange plant of some kind. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, we don't know what that is. That looks like pumpkin, but it looks like we lost that bag of seeds. Did it go straight into the Cropnalyzer? Nope. Let's go check underneath in the Cyberlab's maintenance level. Maybe that bag of seeds glitched through the floor. Nope, it did not glitch through the floor. Okay, well, it looks like, I don't know where it's gone. I think it might have gone into the water block over there in the middle. So that's unfortunate, but that's cool. I don't think that was reed anyway. Although it could have been, oh God. I don't know what to do. All right, I think we're just gonna have to wait. And this is wheat again, right? So we're gonna get rid of that. Add another crossbreed. This looks like, that looks like wheat again. Yep, so we'll replace that again. And let's have a look. Is there any more wheat growing over here? Okay, here's this plant again that we just broke over there, and we didn't get a bag of seeds from it. So let's see if we get a bag of seeds from this one. Let's have a look. Give me your seeds. No, we didn't get any seeds from that. Okay, so it looks like we need to let those plants grow a little bit more, I think. I think from now on, I'm going to let the plants mature a lot more before I break them, so that we guarantee a bag of seeds. So I'm going to let this plant grow all the way up to the top of these crop sticks before breaking it. And then we can analyze its ass and hopefully get something sweet. And this looks like wheat again. So we'll just break that and add another crop stick. And I guess this is the process that you just have to go through until we get to reed. And once we get two things of reed, 2 bags of reed seeds, we will be able to start the crossbreeding process to get all the way up to fairy seeds. So currently our goal is to sit in this bio-research facility and wait for reed to crossbreed between this wheat. Man, what a ridiculous sentence. But I gotta say, man, with all of the sprouting wheat over here, this place actually looks really awesome. I really like the way that it looks. But guys, I've just been hanging out in the Cyberlab's maintenance level, smelting down some iron stuff over here, some dusts, like some metal dusts over here, just doing some general maintenance work. And I'm going to go back to that, guys. I'll bring you back on the other side of this plan once we have some new seeds to analyze, and hopefully we will get lucky and get a reed seed growing up in this episode. Guys, I will see you on the other side of this kablam! Kablam! Alright, Cyberdogs, we are back, and you can see behind me what I think is reed, which means we have successfully crossbred wheat into reed, which is what we wanted to do in this episode, but we won't know if this is reed until we actually cropnalyze it. We have also managed to grow a few more interesting plants around here, so I'm going to cropnalyze all of them. I've literally been spending the last hour or so just maintaining the cyber labs, smelting down some jazz, strip mining the new quarry that's going to replace the first quarry, and coming back into the bio research facility and replacing the crop sticks where there was wheat growing, or where there was a plant that we had already seen growing. And as you can see, guys, I've collected quite a few bags of unknown seeds, but we are not going to know if any of these seeds are reed until we cropnalyze them. So what I'm going to do, guys, is start the cropnalizing process. I want to see if any of these seeds that I've collected over the last hour or so are in fact reed, and if they're not, then we're going to collect the seeds from this. That looks like reed to me. If anything looks like reed, that looks like reed, man. Look at this. This looks like, I don't know, carrots or something. This looks like sunflowers. This looks like, I don't even know what that looks like. That looks like a butthole, if you ask me. But let's quickly do some cropnalizing of these unknown seeds that we've already got in my inventory, and let's have a look. We've got wheat. We have got, we already have a ton of wheat. We have wheat again, and again, and again, and a rose. That's pretty sweet. And wheat again. Okay, so none of these seed bags are what we need. These are not reeds at all. What I want to do now is just collect these weird looking plants that we've got growing up in these bio research pods. Let's start with this one. That looks like potatoes, so that's awesome because we got two potatoes from that. Let's break we'll break that one last, just to keep the suspense going. Let's break the butthole plant. Wow, got 2 bags of seeds out of that one. Those are pumpkins, obviously. Let's break this one. And do we have any other interesting plants around here? No, we've just got this last one to break. Oh my goodness, that does look like reed to me, guys. I am so excited. All right, let's break that bad boy, and let's collect. What did we get out of there? Sugar canes. Sugar canes. All right, let's cropnalyze these bad boys and see if any of this jazz is reed. So let's get back to the cropnalyzer, and let's start with this one. Potato. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Let's go to this one. Pumpkin. Yeah, that's what we suspected. Let's go to this one. Pumpkin again. And now this one, I do believe, should be reed. Let's have a look. Bam! Dandelion? That's not right. Dandelion? That's not right. Well, okay. Well, I really did think that was going to be reed because it looked like reed, but when we broke it, I don't think it actually dropped a bag of seeds. But I do think that texture was reed. I mean, it looked like reed. That definitely didn't look like dandelion seeds. I think the dandelion seeds came from that yellow plant that we saw over there. And I think what's happened over here, what is this thing? Oh, it is a tater. I think that when we broke this, it didn't actually make a bag of seeds. I don't think it makes a bag of seeds every single time, but I think that is reed. So basically, that texture is what I'm going to be looking for from now on, guys. I'm going to try and get all of these pods growing whatever the jazz that was, because my suspicions are that is reed. Maybe if some of you guys use this texture pack and are doing this and know that is reed, let me know in the comment section below so that I know that what that plant over there was reed. We have a bunch of seeds here over here though, which is sweet. And guys, I'm literally just going to spend the next, I don't know, however long it takes to crossbreed this wheat into reed. And now that we know what all of those other plants look like, we can literally just replace any crossbreeded crops that are not wheat with a new crop stick, and hopefully we can fast track these research pods into producing for us a bag of reed seeds. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed that fast forward little bit that I put together for you. That was basically everything that I was doing around the cyber labs while waiting for all of these plants to grow here in the research facility. But guys, I am going to spend the next however long it takes to get reed growing in this bio research facility, so that in the next episode we can start crossbreeding reed and start really kicking this crossbreeding project into full freaking blast. Dudes, if you have enjoyed this episode, you know what to do, man. You smack that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to subscribe, because we are are crossbreeding plants, and if that is not sweet enough to subscribe, I don't know what is. Guys, this has been ReNDoG playing Minecraft Feed the Beast. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.